Hello, this is James. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about Silent Swordsman Level 3. We're going to build a free-to-play OTK on the video, and then we're going to do some live duels, and then we are going to we're going to go back to the deck builder, and we're going to talk about how to counter this deck, because that's going to be very important for playing in the qualifiers. Not so much in next season, because they're experimenting with more life points, so we're getting 5,000 life points. So this is going to be less important in the mid future, but in the immediate future, like today, we're gonna have to learn how to deal with this silent but deadly little guy in the qualifiers. Okay, so obviously I like this deck because it's cheap. Let's see here, silent, because you don't need what's with silent cards and then rejecting spell effects. Anyway, you don't need the expensive Silent Swordsman. You just need this little guy, and he's only a normal. And you need his spell card. Target one Silent Swordsman you control. That monster you control gains 1500 attack and defense, and if it does until the end of this turn, it is unaffected by your opponent's card effects. The attack gain is permanent, and it's unaffected by all card effects. Insanity. And we don't need to bog ourselves down with level up to get out the really, really big guy. I was correct. That is totally just for memes, even though I still desperately want one. Alright, and then so we're also going to do the power-up card. We're going to do Backup Rider. So this target one monster face up on the field. It gains 1500 attack until the end of this turn. He rejects the opponent's spell effects. Did I already say that? Alright. And then since I only have 2 Backup Rider, we're going to use another power-up card. Oh no, not a Swalt. Assault. We want to have 3 of every power-up card. So we have 3 of our base. This is the base of our soup, and then we have, so this is the broth, and then Silent Sword Slash is the noodles, and then the toppings are these power-up cards. So with Silent Swordsman, 1000 attack, and Backup Rider, 1500 attack, and then Silent Sword Slash, 1500 attack, our Silent Swordsman will have 4000 points of attack, perfect for an OTK. And then, but if we don't have our Backup Rider, we can use Assault Armor, and then you still need Silent Sword Slash to protect him from your opponent's card effects. So he'll have 2500, and then you can send it to the graveyard, and he can attack twice. So you can power him up that way. Now, so the money cheese cards are Into the Void, which just it just gives you an extra card, so you can dig for those swordsmen, you can dig for those slash, and also Dark World Dealings. Let's just go deal. Yeah, so Dark World Dealings, which actually has, like, the reason that this deck is nuts is because Dark World Dealings has synergy with Silent Sword Slash. So if you have 3 avoids and 3 dealings, then you're just constantly drawing and discarding cards, and you can discard your slash, an extra slash, because you don't need all of them, and then you can banish it from the graveyard, and then you can pull one of your Silent Swordsmen. So that gives you an extra combo piece right there. But since we only have 1 of each, we're going to need to fill in the gaps with some free-to-play garbage. Okay, but we also need secret pass, and we're gonna do this at 2 because it's less important than all the other cards. We definitely want our Silent Sword Slash. We're gonna max that. We're gonna max our toppings, and then of course max of the broth. But what other cards can we use to just draw cards? We're going to use Jar of Greed. Now, usually you don't use Jar of Greed at all because for cheese decks, because it's way too slow. However, with Silent Sword Slash, so anyway, with cheese decks, right, you want you definitely want to kill on turn 2, because if you let your opponent build up enough cards, then they have a much higher chance of drawing something that's going to mess you up, most likely an enemy controller. However, Silent Swordsman level 3 inherently rejects enemy controller, and Silent Sword Slash prevents all card effects from touching your Silent Swordsman. So this combo can kill on turn 2 or turn 8. We don't really care. We just need cards that are going to give us more cards. So, and then we're also going to do Crystal Seer. When he gets flipped, excavate the top 2 cards of your... Oh no, it's a girl. Top 2 cards of your deck and add them to your hand. Then place the other on the bottom of your deck. So you're gonna pierce down 2. You're gonna dig down 2 for those cards. And then finally, we're just gonna use good old protection, back row, and curse. Okay, so that's gonna be our free-to-play, mostly Silent Swordsman OTK deck, and we're using the dual standby skill to maximize the chance that we'll have the holy trinity of Secret Pass, a Slash, a Swordsman, and then, well, either one of our power-up cards or, another Silent Sword Slash. Plenty of goodness to go around. And I don't like this title. I like that title. Okay. Let's save this. And all right, one more thing that I want to talk about is card advance. Okay, so card advance. Look at up to top 5 cards from the top of your deck and place them on the top of your deck in any order. I'm not using this card because it doesn't give you cards in hand. So we have 3 Swordsmans, we have 3 power-up cards, we have 3 of the Slash, and we have 2 Secret Pass. We just need to. It's not like we're searching for. It's not like we're searching for. It's not like we're searching for a God card or something. We don't need to pierce down 5. And card advance, it doesn't add cards to our hand. So obviously Crystal Seer adds cards, Jar of Greed adds cards, and then Curse of Anubis and Windstorm, each of them, in most cases, buys us another turn. And again, we can take as many turns as we need to set up the OTK because of all of the inherent protection that Silent Swordsman has. Okay, let's save that. And the reason we're only doing 2 Secret Pass is so that we can have extra draw cards. And Secret Pass is less important because your monster can't get econ taken. Alright, so let's go into the PvP arena and let's fight at the King of Games rank. Tip, how to inflict damage. Direct attacks. That's all we're gonna deal with. Direct attacks. Yamezaki. Alright, My Valentine versus Taya Gardner. And we're going first. I would be annoyed if I had all of my Into the Voids and Dark World dealings, but I don't, so I won't feel that way. Alright, dual standby. Ooh! Okay, so we got a dealings and we got a... Alright, so again, we have the slow version of this deck. It's still good though. We're not going to go dealings first turn. We need to set that and set that. And assault armor. So we have 2 of our combo pieces. We have toppings and we have noodles. All we need is broth and then whatever Secret Pass represents. The bar stool. And if we get an extra Slash, we can use dealings to discard the Slash and banish it from the graveyard to search out the broth. Okay, it's oh, that sucks. Alright, so it's Noble Knights, and then he's gonna do the Dristan thing. Alright, our Feidutir. He's probably gonna go for that back row. I hope he goes for the back row. No, he goes for the Crystal Seer. And then he's gonna... Oh, that's good. Well, that's why you don't pop your cards early. So we're going to pop Jar of Greed, but it doesn't cost too much because our Fade Uture comes right back. Okay. And then he can get out a Dristan in defense position. No, he's just going to attack. Alright, that's fine. Alright, oh, okay, so we have... Alright, let's go dealings. And we have... Alright, so we have a Crystal Seer. Yeah, alright, let's just get rid of this Crystal Seer. It's fine. And then we'll just win now. Alright, so if we had Secret Pass, we would play it on Silent Swordsman before anything else. But since we don't have to worry about that, we're just going to go Backup Rider. And he's going to gain the attack. And we're not going to chain this. And then we're going to activate Assault Armor. And so Assault Armor is not as good as Backup Rider, because I mean, it does give him the double attack, and actually, that's going to be really good. It's still going to make the combo work when we have 5,000 life points. So, but you have to spend money to get more Assault Armors. Yeah, let's discard that to the graveyard, and then. So here's the critical thing. Don't pop your Silent Sword Slash unless you need to protect your guy. Like, if your opponent plays a Windstorm early and then you chain Slash to keep him in attack position. But we're gonna go Slash in the damage step to maximize the protection from other card effects and direct attack. Perfect. Blah, 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 campaign bonus. It's a great time to farm for skills now, guys. I have, what is it? I want the Titan Showdown on Rex Raptor. I haven't fully farmed Tristan. I have 3 of everything except for the Berserk Gorilla, but I don't think I need Berserk Gorilla. So I've just been auto-dueling Tristans with my Rex Raptor using my Dark auto-duel deck. Okay, we have a Joy with Grit, so that we can get the Titan Showdown skill. And with the campaign bonus, that's a... okay, so we have 2 combo pieces. We have... Okay, wait, what was this thing? This is toppings, and then this is noodles. Because all of these things look like noodles. Alright, and we have draws a card, and then effectively draws a card, and then draws a card and lets us pick. So this is very good. Okay, a set. And end our turn. Okay, so it could... Yeah, alright, so it's... It is Sylvan's, and if they mill a Martial Leaf, we lose our Seer. I suppose in instances like this, you would want card advance. No, just another set. Oh no, it's just Carrot Lover. All right, that's fine. I'm not afraid of Carrot Lover. Okay, set. And we will activate nothing. Alright, Crystal Seer. Oh, Secret Pass. And Perfs. Perfs. I love it. Okay, all we need is our broth now. Yeah, let's draw a card. Assault Armor, that's what I don't want. Can we get a Dark World Dealings? No, we need the Slash. Okay, so there's 3 Swordsmans and 2 Slashes. Do we need the Slash? Yeah, because... So this is probably an Ultimate Providence or an Econ. both of which the Swordsman rejects. And we have enough damage. Oh, but he has grit. Okay, let's, alright, we're gonna go for it anyway. We're gonna go Dark World Dealings. And we draw a Curse. Alright, so yeah, let's go ahead and discard Silent Sword Slash. Remember, if it's an Econ, we don't care, because Silent Swordsman rejects Econ. Alright, and then now we can go ahead and banish the Slash to get the Broth, because really that's more nutritious anyway. Okay, and then, so we're going to go Silent Swordsman level 3. We're going to wait a very... Wow, that is a very long... What is that? It must be an Econ, yeah, and then... But so he can play it, it just gets negated. Alright, anyway, so before we do anything, we're going to go Secret Pass. This works on monsters with 1,000 attack points or less. So we have to play it first. There's his Econ again. And then let's go Backup Rider. Onto my guy, not the Carrot Man. Okay. And then another Backup Rider. And then, yeah, Assault Armor. So Assault Armor doesn't work, like say you're stuck with a Crystal Seer on your board because your opponent didn't attack into it. And, yeah, let's go ahead and activate the Assault Armor. I don't know why. Okay, anyway. Let's set the Curse, and then just attack directly, and we can attack into the Carrot Man if it suits us. And the Grit, of course! Our guy is not protected against Martial Leaf. Alright, so we're gonna kill this Carrot Man. Grit! No, but that's fair. Okay, the natural enemy of the Silent Swordsman. Okay, so it's Co-Mushroom. If he hits a Martial Leaf, we're toast. Okay, that's Scoop Phase. Yes. Alright, that's fine. Let's do another. Alright, searching for opponent. Matching successful, starting Duel. But anyway, that's the combo. If your opponent's not playing Grit, like most people are not, that's what you're going to want to do with your Silent Swordsman. And because it was Sylvan's, I knew that we could get through. We could get through an enemy controller or an Ultimate Providence, because Ultimate Providence doesn't apply because we're not activating any monster effects, and the enemy controller is rejected by Silent Swordsman. Okay, so we have 2 Silent Swordsmen and a Dark World and a Jar of the Greed. Alright, so opponent's main phase. So, grass looks greener. And it's Boojins. Alright, so he has a Mikazuch, and, oh yeah, I'm gonna make this deck. And a Sinew, an Arasuda, Sinew, Centipede. Okay, fortunately we don't care about most of this. because we have a curse. All right. Wait, what does the turtle do? All right, so there's Yamato. That's the key card of Bujin's because he lets you pick a Bujin and throw it in the graveyard. Bujin mentioned when a card effect are activated that targets a Bujin monster. Okay, none of that is going to be happening ever. Okay, so there's a Quillin. And, ooh, a Silent Sword Slash. Okay, so let's, yeah, it's too early for dealings. Let's just set this and set that, and end our turn. Okay, so Centipede is gonna go onto a Greed, which we will gladly pop. And Centipede is once per turn, yeah. Alright, so we got a backup rider. Alright, so we have most of what we need. Yeah, I really think I should put in a third secret pass. Alright, and it's battle phase, so we're gonna go Curse. And this is our final turn, so we're gonna get a draw, and then we're gonna get another draw. Hopefully we can get that secret pass. Alright, Bujin Yamato is gonna search out some more stuff. Bujingi Centipede. And discards a Quillin. That's the kill card. Mikazuchi. Alright, so and then all of these guys, they depend on Yamato. So because Yamato's effect activated, Mikazuchi gets to search a spell check. Perfs. Okay, now let's not mess this up. Alright, just first, we're gonna go Dark World Dealings. And we're gonna discard our extra Swordsman. Now again, very important, we're gonna normal summon our Silent Swordsman. And then we're not going to give him any attack points, because any more, and we won't be able to apply Secret Pass. We're gonna go Secret Pass. Okay. And then we're gonna go Backup Rider. Yeah, we're gonna power up our guy. Yes. And then let's go activate the Assault Armor onto our guy. And then let's pop it so that he can attack twice. And then finally, we're going to wait. We're going to go into the battle phase. And this doesn't matter so much with Bujins because they don't have any back row. We're just going to attack directly. And then during the damage step, again to maximize protection, we're going to activate Silent Sword Slash for game. Just like the ancient gypsy woman foretold. Alright, that's good. That's a clean win. Let's talk about how to counter this ungodly deck. So here we are in the editor, and we're going to talk about some common cards that are going to counter and also totally not work against Silent Swordsman. So the first one is Sphere Karibo. Everybody loves Sphere Karibo. Sphere Karibo will not work. Alright, Sphere Karibo doesn't work against Silent Swordsman at all. So it's when your opponent's monster declares an attack, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, change the attacking monster to the defense position. So Sphere Karibo doesn't work because it affects the monster itself. What does work is Event Karibo. During your opponent's turn at damage calculation, you can discard this card and you take no battle damage. So you can negate the battle damage. You still have a 4,000 attack point monster to deal with, but it's going to buy you another turn. So think about, it's easy to tech in an Event Karibo. So think about making some space for one of these little fuzzy balls. Invader of Darkness, your opponent cannot activate quick play spell cards. Now, so Silent Sword Slash, until the end of the turn, blah blah blah, this card's activation and effect cannot be negated. So that's like negated as in Ultimate Providence. So like once it's played, it's gonna go through, you can't negate it. but I haven't had occasion to test this. But Invader of Darkness just prevents you from playing it in the first place. It's so you play it and then it gets negated or it gets not negated. So your Invader of Darkness prevents you from playing it at all. Enemy controller. We talked about this. We don't even need to think about Silent Sword Slash. Silent Swordsman just rejects enemy controller inherently, so that's out. Okay, so Silent Sword Slash. So we can limit our damage with a Temple of the Mind's Eye. Now, mind you, this will limit your damage. So Temple of the Mind's Eye would be more for a deck that... so I think, yeah, Temple would work with Amazons because you can limit the damage. Like, you can just have your Temple of the Mind's Eye out. You can limit your damage. And then on the following turn, when Silent Sword Slash... Where is it? Silent Sword Slash is no longer protecting Silent Swordsman, you can just banish him and do damage with Amazoness Swordswoman. Oh, my favorite. Mirror Wall doesn't work because it affects the monster. Defense Draw. Defense Draw works because, like Sphere Karibo, not Sphere, it's like a reflexive. Like Fuzzy Karibo, like Event Karibo, Defense Draw prevents the damage. It doesn't do anything to the monster. Okay. Similarly, Impenetrable Attack. You take no battle damage during this damage phase, during the battle phase. Okay, are we seeing a pattern? Rainbow Life, until the end of the turn, reverse the damage you would take. It doesn't touch the monster. Draining Shield. Draining Shield does not work. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster. So this card affects the monster, as does Wall of Daddy. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, all attack position monsters your opponent controls. Again, Wall of Daddy affects the monster. Spirit Barrier prevents you from taking damage, does not touch the monster. Alright, Magic Deflector. Negate all equip, field, continuous, and quick play spell card effects on the field. I don't think that this works because it says negate, and Silent Sword Slash specifically says it cannot be negated, so that's out. So no Magic Deflector. Ultimate Providence, blah blah blah, negate. Silent Sword Slash cannot be negated, so that that doesn't apply. Curse and Windstorm, while they work in the Silent Swordsman deck, they affect the monster, and Silent Sword Slash prevents those effects. And even if you so again, and this is why the Silent Swordsman player will activate during the damage step. I don't think you can play these guys during the damage step. If you were to preemptively curse the Silent Swordsman, then they can just chain Silent Sword Slash. Silent Sword Slash resolves first, and then protects the Silent Swordsman, and then he's protected for the rest of the turn. I think you could do something like, if you had both Curse and Windstorm, you could Curse, they would chain Silent Slash, and then you could chain Windstorm, and then assuming they didn't have a second Slash, then he would be stuck in defense position. But, that's pretty iffy. Okay, again, so Enchanted Javelin, increase your life points by the attack of one attacking monster. I believe that this actually works because you're increasing. Again, you're doing things with the damage that you take. You're not like targeting a monster. So look again, like Draining Shield. So you target the attacking monster and negate the attack. That's not going to happen. Oh no, and if you do, so yeah, Draining Shield totally doesn't work. And then Enchanted Javelin, I believe does work. And then finally Nutrient Z. Can only be activated during your opponent's damage step. During this turn, if you take battle damage of 2,000 points or more, increase your life points by 4,000. So that's the theme of Silent Swordsman counters. For cards, you can't use anything that affects Silent Swordsman himself. You have to use stuff that's gonna just protect yourself. And then finally, the big card that negates Silent Swordsman is gonna be Fields of the Warriors. So this is gonna be good for your Amazoness decks. It's gonna be really easy to tech in. And I think that it's going to be an important tech because, again, this is like too easy for people to not use during the qualifiers. So Sogen increases the attack and defense of all beasts and warrior type monsters by 200 points. Okay, Silent Swordsman, where is he? Silent Swordsman is a warrior type. Silent Swordsman is a warrior type, so he's increased by, so he has 1200 attack. That automatically negates the secret pass to the treasures. So select a monster with an attack equal to 1000 points or less on your side of the field. Cannot happen because of Sogen. Okay, or because of Fields of the Warriors, which again is gonna, I think if I see a bunch of Silent Swordsmen, and I'm gonna be playing Amazons during the qualifiers, if I see a bunch of Silent Swordsmen, I'm going to trade in my restart for Fields of the Warriors and keep my beautiful harem protected that way. Well, no, actually I'm protecting myself. The harem is untouched. Alright, so I hope that this video has been helpful and informative. Thank you for watching.